best lumps of porridge and arranged them on the table to cool, while Grit drained the boiling contents of his bowl in one long swig, just like Pa. Grit had real talent. At just 7, he was already top of the whole school in metalwork. He knew exactly what he wanted to be when he grew up, chief weapon maker of the King's Armory. There was nothing he didn't know about spears and battle axes. Pa and Ma thought Grit was brilliant.
"Seconds,"
Grit demanded.
"Not until Pa's had his,"
said Ma, getting up and peering into the cauldron.
"There might not be enough."
Grit threw his bowl onto the table.
"It's mean of Pa to stay out all night. If he doesn't come home soon, I'll have to go to school hungry."
Muncle and Ma looked at each other.
"He'll be all right, Ma,"
said Muncle.
"He's the best hunter in town."
Ma bit her lip.
"Raiding isn't the same as hunting, though, is it?"
she said.
"Stealing a sheep from a Smalling farm isn't like spearing a badger. What if he runs into a Smalling with a magic killing stick?"
Flub hurled her empty bottle onto the floor and bawled loudly. She was given another helping at once. Well, it was hard to say no to Flub. She was as pretty as a toad.
"That's not fair,"
whined Grit.
"Why should she get seconds?"
"Grit!"
Ma began sharply. But at that moment, the door of their underground home banged and Pa tramped into the room with a sack over his shoulder. Bits of twig and leaf were tangled in his long, greasy hair, and his breeches were ripped. Blood dripped from a wound on one of his hairy grey arms.
"Oh, whatever happened to you?"
cried Ma, quickly bandaging his arm with a handful of dusty cobwebs.
"Don't fuss, woman. It's nothing. Just a scratch. I had to take a shortcut through a thicket, that's all."
Pa threw his sack down beside the fire. There was nothing sheep-shaped in it.
"Did you get one?"
Ma asked anxiously.
"Of course I did. I've already taken it to the palace." "The king must be bored with sheep for his birthday supper every year," said Grit. "You should have brought him a Smalling for a change." "Grit," said Pa sternly, "that is not funny."
He seized Ma's cauldron straight from the fire and swung it to his lips.
"I wanted seconds," yelled Grit. "Hard luck," said Pa. "Perhaps that'll teach you not to make bad jokes."
Centuries ago, giants had used Smallings as slaves, and sometimes as supper. But that was before they had invented their magic killing sticks and fought back. Now the giants had to live in secret, deep within Mount Grumble. They'd built a whole town in the mountain's old mines.
"It wasn't a joke," said Grit. "I think we should hunt Smallings."
"Grit!"
cried Ma.
"Don't ever let anyone hear you talk like that," said Pa, wiping his rubbery lips on the back of his arm and ending up with a mouthful of cobweb bandage. "You'd be thrown in the dungeons." "I didn't mean we should have them for every meal," said Grit. "Not so many that they'd notice. Just once a year, on the king's birthday." Pa picked bits of cobwebs from his beard and ate them with the porridge dregs. "Kidnapping has been against the law for a very long time, as you well know, Grit Trogg. It's too risky."
"Have you been taking risks tonight?"
said Ma, frowning.
"Is that why you had to take a shortcut through a thicket?"
Pa shrugged.
It was no worse than last year's birthday raid. A dog barked, but it was a long way off."
"And you came home through the bog, so there was no scent for the dog to follow?"